Hello and good evening, you guys. Today it is Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021 as I'm filming this, and hopefully when I do go to upload this, hopefully I'm not gonna have to delete my app and then re-download it to get this video to somehow upload here to YouTube. So anyway, I know that's a little bit of a sharp introduction. But anyway, this will be my 2-day late Rockzilla's Weekly Roundup podcast video. This week, you will not have the luxury of some type of visual element, such as a jersey backdrop, which in recent weeks I have brought back a little bit. You will not be getting that today. You will be getting this black screen, so feel free to listen to this while you're doing something else on the side, because there will literally be nothing to see in this video today. So, if you are a longtime viewer / regular viewer / subscriber, or all three, there is a lot of stuff coming at you from me in this video today. There will be a major channel announcement, and there will also be multiple updates from me as well. So, the first thing I need to talk about is the fact that for the past 16 days, I have been dealing with a significant uploading problem with the YouTube app on my telephone. What I used to do years ago, or up until a couple of years ago when I got this current phone of mine, was I used to go from point A to point B to point C, where point A, I would film on my phone, my old cell phone. Point B would be to upload it to the computer, and then point C to upload it from the computer to YouTube. Ever since 2 years ago when I got this phone, what I was able to start doing is I was able to go from point A to point B and cut out the middle point. So instead of it going A, B, C, it would just be point A to point B, or point A to C without B, if you get what I'm saying. So instead of that middle stage where I have to put it, or take my USB port, hook it to my phone, hook the other end to the computer, and then transfer the video file over to the computer, then upload it to YouTube. For the past couple of years, what I've been doing is I've been uploading it directly from my telephone right onto YouTube, point A to point C without a point B. So that's become the new point A to point B for me. But unfortunately, the YouTube app has been giving me problems. And I'm going to go back to 16 days ago when I first experienced this problem. So I was watching a movie. So I filmed my weekly roundup video, or actually that might have even been my monthly update video when I was uploading it. No, I think it was the weekly roundup video from a few weeks ago. So I went to upload it just before I started watching a movie. Then about an hour 15, hour and a half into the film, I can't remember, I took a break. I decided, okay, I'm going to take a 10-15 minute break and then come back and watch the rest of it. Usually when I watch a movie, I don't know about you, but usually about halfway into a movie, I like to take a bit of a break. But anyway, point is, I went to check my phone and to see, of course, to make sure that, hey, this video has uploaded, And what ended up happening is I went to check it and it still said processing 0%, and then it said waiting. And I'm like, wait a second, this never takes this long. So I knew something was off right away. So I then stopped the upload. I got it off. I got the video deleted off. Then I tried it again, and I went back to watch my movie, watch what was left. Then when the movie was done, I went back, and the second video was still stuck at second attempt was still stuck at 0% processing. And then I'm like, okay, something's not right here. So I stopped trying to upload the video that day. And then the next day, I went and restarted my modem. I was thinking maybe it's my internet, because sometimes my internet does have the odd time where you have to restart the modem, And I tried it again after I restarted it. That did not fix the problem. Then what I did was I went and used a different internet router. Still had the same issue. Then finally I decided, okay, let's see how this works with my data on my phone. And when that did not even work, that's when it hit me. This is a YouTube problem. So I deleted the app off of my phone, then I re-downloaded it, and I had to do it a couple of times, and then finally a video actually uploaded. And throughout the past 16 days, as I've been getting videos up at a snail's pace, of course, well, more like basically a snail's pace. That's the best way to put it, at least in my opinion. I've been having to delete the app and re-download it, and then after like maybe 2 or 3 times doing that, then I can finally get the video uploaded. Then I go to upload another one, and crap hits the fan and I can't do it again, and I have to go through the same processes again to get my video uploaded. So it has been a very frustrating past 16 days because that's what I've had to deal with. Truth is, last Monday, I did get my weekly Roundup video uploaded, albeit a day late, obviously. What ended up happening there was I tried downloading. I had to delete the app and re-download it a couple times again to get the video to actually go through the process of, and actually, no pun intended, actually have it processed. And then after my last video before this one here was uploaded, just after that, I decided, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to take the rest of the week off, and I'm not going to bother filming a single video, and I'll try my next weekly Roundup video. So what ended up happening at that point is that it was getting so frustrating, and it was such a meticulous task just to get a video uploaded that I decided, okay, I'm going to take the rest of... So this past week, I decided, okay, I'm not going to film any more videos because maybe this will give YouTube enough time to maybe realize that, hey, there's a problem with our app, and we are going to have to fix it. Well, I've sent them the feedback thing multiple times, showing them and telling them that, hey, my processing issue is happening, where the video uploads, no problem. The video prepares before that, no problem. But when it's time for it to start processing, it stays at 0%. And, it's like, then it says it's waiting. And it's like, well, what is it waiting for? Christmas? It shouldn't be taking this long. At the most, I've seen a video take about 10, 15 minutes to process. At the most of my internet's having a bad day. It's frustrating. It is absolutely frustrating, and I'm sick of it. And if I'm going to have to keep going through all of that BS just to upload a video, guys, guess what? I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but this is how I feel. I am not interested in wasting my time doing that just to get a video uploaded every week or whatever. It's not worth it. Truth is, I've got too many other things going on in my personal life right now that I need or want to take care of. And I just don't have the time to be sitting there fiddling around for, say, an hour at a time trying to upload one video. I honestly don't have that type of time at this point in time right now as I'm filming this. And it's frustrating. It's really been pissing me off lately. Listen, I know it's not my phone, and I also know it's not my internet, nor is it even my data. Because every other goddamned app on my telephone here works no problem. Every other app that I have works no problem. Even YouTube. I can even go on the YouTube app and watch videos. No problem. But when it comes time to try and upload a video to YouTube through their mobile YouTube app on my phone here, that's where crap hits the fan, and I'm having a problem each and every goddamn time, which I've been having for the past 16 days to be exact. And I've had enough. I mean, you would think that a multi-billion-dollar-a-year corporation like Google would be able to figure out that, hey, we have a problem with our app within maybe a week to 10 days at the most and get it fixed. Especially when somebody keeps sending feedback to the same thing. You would think that their algorithms are smart enough to pick that up and say, hey, YouTube operator or platform system manager, operator, whatever. Hey, there's a problem here. Please check this out. Somebody's saying there's a problem. And if it's me having a problem with something like that, I guarantee I'm not the only one. I know there's got to be other people out there having the same issue as me right now. It's been frustrating. It has been a very frustrating past 2 weeks and 2 days on top of that. And, if this continues into next month, truth is, guys, I'm actually planning on just saying, screw this. I am going on a hiatus until May, and then I'll maybe try again in May. I would like to believe that, by next month or even within next couple of weeks, they should be able to get this fixed. I do have faith in YouTube enough that they are able to pick up a problem with their system and have it fixed. I have enough faith to believe that, okay, I trust them that they will eventually get it fixed, but the problem isn't that they won't get it fixed for me. The problem is how long it's been taking for this to get fixed. And trust me, it's not me. If it was something to do with me, I would be having other problems. I know it's not my internet because I use my own router. It has the processing glitch where it's stuck at 0% forever and ever and it doesn't process. I've used a different internet connection. Same problem. I've even used my data. Same problem. Now you might be asking, well, what if it's actually your phone? Guess what? I've restarted my phone and I've tried uploading the video with my phone after restarting it. Same thing. And guess what? Every other thing on my telephone works with internet. So I know it's not my phone. I know it's not even my internet, which usually the blame that I give to my internet more often than not is justified. Like, for example, most of my live streams I've done, I've had issues with my internet. The reason I've had bad quality or bad broadband, whatever, internet. Poor signal, internet. This time, I know it's not my phone. I know it's not me. It's YouTube. And I've had about enough. Sorry to be going on a 13+ minute rant on it. But seriously, this is why I have not been making much worth a damn in videos lately. In the past couple of weeks. That's why. Just so you all know. So now I'm going to get into a major channel announcement. And also another thing I wanted to mention too, I decided that starting this month moving forward, as long as I do the weekly Roundup videos, I've now decided to include the word podcast in them so that you know that, hey, this video will be a podcast with a black screen. Nothing to see. But speaking of the future speaking of the weekly Roundup podcasts, I've made a big decision this past week. I want to pass that message and announce it here formally today in this video. So here's the announcement. In just under 3 weeks from today, 19 days from now to be exact, that will be my final weekly Roundup video for the foreseeable future. I'm bringing them to a screeching halt. That's my decision. That is my decision. And the reason for this, first off, the reason I'm giving you 3 weeks notice is hopefully that's enough time for YouTube to fix their app and to fix the processing glitch that I've been having for the past 16 days. The other reason, to give you, yes, you, the viewer, if you actually bother with these, enough time to know that, hey, Rockzilla here is going to discontinue them for the time being and stop doing them. But I'm going to be honest, lately I've been looking through my videos and seeing what I've been uploading. And this week I've had the past 8 days have been a little bit rough. It's been the worst 1 week period I've had in 2021 so far, which, for the record, it was just a bunch of minor things that were a little bit stressful. It was nothing major. I'm very happy to report it's nothing major. Don't worry, everything's good. It's just I've had a lot of little things I've had to deal with lately, and it's been a little bit frustrating. And it seems like for everything I get done, there's 2 other things that pop up that need to get done, where it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's what it seems to feel like. And it's been frustrating. But yeah, lately I've been seeing that most of the videos I've been uploading have only been weekly Roundup videos. And I looked and I thought to myself, I wonder what you guys must be thinking of this. I mean, you can be honest with me. I'm not going to hold it against you. I mean, I've been thinking, it's like, what, is all I'm doing now weekly Roundups? What the hell is this? This isn't the Rockzilla 94 guy a whole lot of you subscribe to. This isn't him. What the hell? That's not me. Or that's not what people have been accustomed to with me. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I made this weekly program because I wanted to try and guarantee you guys something for me every week. Here's what's happened. Now, before, that actually worked. Even a year ago, that actually worked. But now, things have changed. I basically work full-time now, which is great for me. But on the flip side, because I work full-time now, pretty much, guess what? Now I have less off time to get things done in my personal life. So, for example, if I got to go out and buy stuff, I have less time to do that. Where before, even as recent as a year and a half ago, there'd be a lot of times where I would get 3 days off because I was still mostly on call. But now that's changed. Now I actually am basically full-time. And the times where I am still on call, my week, they basically give me enough work to give me full-time. Or just under full hours. So that's been great for me personally. That part of everything has been great. But the downside is that I have less time for things such as this channel. So now with the less time that I've got to make YouTube videos, I'm now spending that less time that I have now doing these weekly roundups every week. Because I feel like, I got to get this done. And then there's other things I want to do, and then other things popping up, because that's how life works, eh? And it's like, shoot. I don't have time to get this done. I got to let this sit here till tomorrow. Then tomorrow happens, and it's like, I'm not going to get that done. Or, shoot, I got to go to bed, because I got to get up at, like today, I had to get up at 6:30 this morning to go to work. I had an early shift today. So, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. But I feel like I need to make sure that going forward, at least for the time being, if I'm ever going to catch up on anything, I need to remove anything that can impede, anything that is distracting me from the most important stuff. So, I did say back in around August and September this past year, that I wanted to do some channel soul searching. I've done that now. I've come to my conclusion of what I want to do moving forward. What I think is the right thing to do. And what I think you guys will prefer. And by the way, this decision does not come lightly. I've given it a lot of thought. I have been enjoying doing these Roundup videos, by the way. But I think there are bigger fish to fry and bigger topics that I think both you and myself would prefer to cover. And I feel that so far in the Rockzilla era, something's been missing. Now that I've been giving it some thought in the past week, especially seeing all the Roundup videos and all that, I feel like something's been missing. I feel like something's been missing. And I feel that Rockzilla 94 guy that a lot of you have subscribed to, it feels like he's been given less autonomy. The Rockzilla 94 guy, and for you newer viewers, up until August 1st of last year, my channel used to be called the Rockzilla 94 instead of just Rockzilla, what it is now. And I feel like this is more of a dulled down version of what people have subscribed to in the Rockzilla era. You know, I remember talking last year how I thought the name would be a little bit more professional, a little more official. A little bit more, of something that is actually long-lasting. The name Rockzilla instead of the Rockzilla 94, it does sound like a more grown-up name. It actually makes the channel feel a little more official, which is a good thing. I do not regret the name change. It's so much better. But I feel that so far in the Rockzilla era, the channel's been dulled down. You're not hearing me share my thoughts on things the same. It's more like, talk about this, and that every week. I know in the last year we've been in the pandemic. And I feel I've talked a lot about that. More than I feel I've been talking about that too much. I've been talking about good matchups. Like during the NFL season, when I do that every week, sharing my thoughts on all the uniform matchups, that, in my opinion, is actually pretty practical. That, I think, is enjoyable for you, too. But doing that every single week of every goddamn year moving forward, I don't think is practical anymore. And I don't want to do it anymore. I've made up my mind. Now, when September rolls around, maybe I think that would be the right time to do the weekly roundups again during the NFL season. Or if I ever finally get caught up on all the crap that I want to do, which I don't think I ever will be caught up, to be quite honest with you. But never's a long time. You never know. Maybe that's just me being a little bit pessimistic. I'm sorry. Or a bit cynical, too. But yeah, it's... Right now, I think we need to stop that, and I need to go back and just be what I was when I first started. Just be myself. Do videos, share my thoughts, share my rants, share my complaints, and that's it. Because I feel like that drive is gone. Honestly, I have lost interest in doing videos for a long time now. There's been a lot of things going on where I've just lost interest. For example, the Adidas jerseys in the NHL. I see them, and even when you see a nice design, most of the time you see something stupid like the collar. And it's like, why did you do that? Hey, Chicago, why did you have that big toilet seat collar? Your players are supposed to stick their heads through those collars, not plant their butt cheeks on it and take a dump. Same thing the Sharks did. They bring out their beautiful throwback from the early 90s when they first joined the NHL. But, we got a toilet seat collar. Woo! All right. Great. So, yeah. But also another thing I noticed, too. Yes, I know I've been talking a long time, and honestly, at this point in time, I don't care. I don't care if this video goes on for another hour. Okay, maybe I do. I'm kidding. But my point is, notice the two videos that I made recently that for the first time, I've had two videos to break 1,000 views for the first time in over 3 years. Notice that one of them was my rant about the Golden Knights' stupidity, taking by far and away their best uniform and giving it those gold eyesore helmets. Bunch of idiots. I complained about it. And I guarantee most people agree with me. I don't care what some of the people in the comment section of that video think. I know most people agree with me. I guarantee it. Those helmets stick out like a sore thumb. There's nothing good about them with that uniform. Now, if they wore them, if they try them with their third jersey, all right, that actually might not be bad. But there's a reason that video got a lot of views. I have never even put tags in it, by the way, for the record. I haven't even given it a description or nothing, I don't even think. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I haven't even put any tags on it. Or in the video. It was just me being myself. Also noticed the video about the Cincinnati Bengals finally getting new uniforms. You know, I just was classic Rockzilla. I was just me. Funny, isn't it? I finally, you know, I do a couple of videos just being me, and they have the best view counts I've had in years. What irony. What irony is that, eh? But yeah, as you can tell, I'm a little bit frustrated. Yes. And yes, I feel a real glorious need to vent to all of you. Yes, I need to vent about the goddamn channel. I'm not happy with some of it. And right now, the number one thing pissing me off is that stupid YouTube app. Get it fixed, YouTube. Hi, algorithms. Maybe you'll pick me up. There, maybe I'll do something exciting. Make some fart noises. Will that get your attention? Fix your app. The processing part of it doesn't work. It's as useless as tits on a bowl right now. Get it fixed. You know, it's been really frustrating. Oh, by the way, that Toronto St. Pat's throwback against the Flames throwback home uniform, I think it's potentially the best uniform matchup I've seen in the 2021 season so far. Both are absolutely glorious uniforms, top to bottom. You know, and with the Calgary Flames, even with those goddamned Adidas collars, I think the Flames now have the best uniforms in the NHL right now. Because they have been able to use the Adidas collar where it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, where it leaves you disappointed with something like a half-finished collar with the Blackhawks jerseys, which I know it's not Chicago's fault. They did what they could with Adidas right now with their stupid Addy crap template to create some type of fix for their fans. And it's great that they listened. But you know, when I look at the Flames uniforms top to bottom, holy crap. The difference is night and day from what they've been wearing since, I don't know, the mid-90s. Back when I was still in diapers, which I'm sure that fact is something none of you care about, but whatever. But yeah, it's, you know, that was a great matchup, by the way. That was great. But what else did I want to say at this point? Yes. The past week has been a little bit frustrating for me outside of the channel too. And the good news is it's nothing major. It's been nothing bad. It's just been a bunch of minor crap that I've had to deal with where it seems like everything I get done, there's two other things that pop up that need to get done as well. You know, last week, you know, I had some stuff I decided to do. And then, you know, some other stuff I had to take care of. That gets done. And then my car tells me that its oil life is at 15%. Great. So now yesterday, I had to get an oil change. Which, you know, it had to be done. I'm glad it's done. I feel much better now knowing that it's done and that my car doesn't have a potential problem where it could blow its motor because I was such an idiot not to get my goddamned oil change done. Which thankfully, that disaster has been averted. So, you know, that was really good. I'm glad I got that done. But, you know, yesterday I've had that on my mind for the past week. I'm like, oh my God, when's my next day off of work? I got to get this done. But thankfully, I found out that when your car gives you that little heads up that, hey, you know, we got to get the oil change done. The oil life's gotten a little low. The oil's just not working the same as it was, but when you first put it in, you know, at least I've read online that it's about 1,000 miles notice that, hey, you know, you need to get your car serviced. So that made me feel a lot better. But honestly, you know, that was a bit of a stressor for me. I was like, wait, oh my God, I got to get this done. But thankfully I found out that next time that happens, I know what I got to do. It's like, okay, I go there, I get the oil change done, whatever, no big deal. They service my car. That's great. And you know what? The guy who was, the guys doing my car, they did a great job. You know, I'd be happy to go back to the place I went to. Seriously. But yeah, you know, that's been frustrating. This YouTube app's been frustrating. You know, the past 8 days have been honestly the most stressful 8 days that I've had in 2021 so far. But once again, I want to reiterate that you know, even though it's been a bit stressful, the good news is, you guys, the good news is that it could have been so much worse. It was just a bunch of minor things hitting me all at once. Just a barrage of minor bumps in the road, which thankfully, you know, the bumps are starting to go away now. So the road should be smooth again, hopefully in about a couple more weeks. So there's still some other stuff I got to do, but I feel so much better about it now than I did even 24 hours ago. So also another thing I want to throw in here too, something one of my college professors said to me a few years back before I finished college, and it's something that I've never forgotten. But you know what he said to me into our class one day? He said, you know, a little bit of stress is actually good for you. And you know what? I'm very much a believer of that. I think it's actually good for your psychological function. I think it's sometimes even a little bit's good for your body. You know, releasing different things and keeping the engines running. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not saying to have a job that's full of stress where you're on call all night long, every night, you know, go to sleep for 2 hours, ring, 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 you got to go here, and then you come home, sleep again, ring, 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 ring. No, not stuff like that, or, oh, I got a zillion deadlines, blah, 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 never ending. No, none of that. None of that. I'm sorry for kind of going a million words a minute there. But, you know, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, you know, I think what he was saying was a little bit of stress sometimes is actually good for your body, good for you. You know, you're not just sitting there, you know, doing nothing every day, being sedentary. That's not good for you either, by the way. It's good for you to be up, be moving, have things to do. It keeps your mind healthy, keeps your body healthy, both physically, mentally, dare I say, spiritually as well. Anyway, but also another thing I'll throw in here too, and I know I've been venting a lot for over a half an hour, but there's another thing that I've heard once, and I want to share it with you too, because I think it's very profound, and it really hits home that things could be, it's not all that bad. But, you know, it goes like this. Every day above dirt is a good day, no matter how bad. And I believe that. I agree with that. You know, we have good, bad, ugly, and downright horrific days in our life. That's just the cycle of things. And, you know, I've heard a lot of stories about people being depressed and being very angry and upset. And this pandemic has made things so much worse for people's mental health. You know, there have been times where even I've been down, or I've been pissed off and fed up like the past 8 goddamn days, for Christ's sake. But don't give up. That's something I want to say here. And, you know, no matter how bad it is, keep going. It's, you know what, it wouldn't be life if you didn't have little bumps in the road here and there. But, you know, I'm also want to give you another little sign of hope too. It seems like more and more and more people are getting vaccinated all the time. I know the stupid pandemic's going on and on and on. Well, stupid's the wrong word. It's more like horrific. Sorry. Bad word choice on my part. But the thing is, you guys, you know, I believe that we're going to start to see an improvement soon. We just have to see more people get vaccinated. Once that starts to happen, hopefully we'll start to see some restrictions lifted, and we'll start to have some signs that, hey, maybe this pandemic might actually finally end. It's because it seems like forever. I know everybody I talk to says, I can't wait till this is all over. I'm on the same boat as you. I know you're on the same boat as me. Hang in there, you guys. Hang in there. I mean it. Keep the faith. By the way, that's a great Bon Jovi song, by the way, if you haven't heard it. Maybe I'll share that in on Discord after this video. Yeah, maybe I will. And yeah. But yeah, it's, you know, guys, no matter how bad things are, you know, things could a lot of time, 99.9% of the time, things could be so much worse. Just keep that in mind. You know, we all have good, bad, ugly, and horrific days. And sometimes we have days that are just meh. I get that. I experience that all the time. You know, that's just the way life goes. You know, you'll have some great days, you'll have some good days, you'll have some bad days, you'll have some really bad days, you'll have some meh days where they weren't good or bad. And then you'll have some days that are god-awful, some that are horrific, really sad. And, you know, just what I'm saying is, you know, a lot of times, more often than not, when you're having issues in life, remember, things could be so much worse. There's probably, there's at least one person out there dealing with something 1,000 times worse than you or myself. So, hang in there, you guys. I believe that things are going to start to turn around. We just got to have a little faith, even though, you know, a lot of times, even like me in the past 8 days, as I think to myself, man, why the hell is this all happening? This is, you know, a bunch of BS. And speaking of issues, issues with engines and blah, 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 my engine needs something called food. I'm hungry. I don't know if you heard my stomach growl or not, if anybody's still watching. I mean, if you are, I should consider buying a lottery ticket. But yeah, you know, sorry for the long video, you guys. But I needed to get this off my chest. I needed to vent. I needed to give you some updates. I needed to give you that major announcement. And now I need to fill my stomach with delicious food. So what that's going to be, I got to figure that out. But anyways, for anybody who has watched this all the way through, I don't know what you think of this video. I don't know, but you know, if you got anything you want to share, feel free to do so in the comment section below. But until my next video, you guys, take care. And as always, bye for now. And hopefully these goddamn YouTube problems are going to get resolved sooner rather than later. Fix the glitch, YouTube. Please and thank you on behalf of all YouTubers out there experiencing the same issue as me. Thanks, guys. Take care. And hopefully I will make another video for you sooner rather than later. All right. Later. Bye for now.